What's up guys, welcome to Munchkins Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkins logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in this video we're going to be going through the latest Heretic event, Power and Magic's CHASM Rising, and this one is going to be on the level 100 quests. So quick disclaimer before we do start, I know there are going to be a lot of Power and Magic's CHASM Rising from here on out, and even way back then. So on my older videos on the Power and Magic's CHASM, I will just change the title and I will put a old in the title for those videos, so you guys know not to go to that one because that's gonna be an old one. And obviously the new ones will, I won't put new, but I will just put the Power and Magic's CHASM level rising level 100 on the title. So with that in mind, let's go through this one. This has been quite a difficult fight. I tried a lot of different characters and I did manage to beat it quite a few times with different characters such as Waka. I put in there Vaughn. However, I just couldn't get the 180,000 points, and I even tried the chase meta, and that didn't work out as well as I thought until I tried this composition. Now normally I do believe the one I tried with is without Vanille. I use Kate Sith instead. I had Kate Sith, Eiko, and Lael, and I had a Lael support as well, or sometimes I would change the support to like Ace or something like that, just to get rid of the three in wave 3, the group wave. So in any case, that didn't all work out very well. I did beat it, it's just I couldn't get the score. Now this time I managed to do it with this setup, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different setups out there, but I haven't really seen, at least I haven't seen anyone posted that they have gotten their 180,000 points. Maybe in Reddit, but I did look earlier in Reddit and I did not see it at the time of the recording anyway. But in any case, this is the setup I went with. I had Vanille, Eiko, Lael, and the Lael support with Pandemonium as my summon. Now, a lot of you will probably feel like you're gonna run out of gas in this one, and I have to say I feel your pain. So because this first boss, this I think is it, yeah, the Ultima weapon is an annoying boss. It has a ton of HP, and if it does get to his buff form, you might as well just restart and, you know, try again, because honestly you don't really want to deal with that too long. In this case, with my Lael, as you guys saw earlier, he wasn't max limit broken, and so is my Vanille. I do believe my Lael isn't even broken once, or maybe just once, can't remember on top of my head, but my Vanille is two limit breaks on her weapon. So okay, so enough of that, let's go with the play-by-play here. So I opted out to start with the Protect, obviously. Let's just go back a little bit here. So at the start, so opt out to do the Protect, and next up is Lael. Obviously you're gonna have to want to use the Field Burst just to get an extra max brave on Lael. And in this one I opted out to use HP regen on Eiko, even though I know that she will get broken. It didn't matter much to me, and she will just move one back, and obviously I will have enough for a max brave, a max HP attack. And here I opted out to start using energy gain because I really wanna, honestly the first two bosses are the most annoying for me here, and they have the most HP and the most annoying buffs. And honestly I wanted to get rid of them as fast as possible with my own Lael. So as you guys will see, I'll be doing a lot of launching here, or chase sequences, and I will take advantage as much as possible of the turn order and get as much brave as I can. I didn't want to get broken at that point, but I suppose I could have used an ability, but I just opted out not to. So get a rake on Vanille, and then I do a great chase sequence here again, and HP attack, obviously dealing a ton of damage with this one. I was really happy with that one. And in here I saw, well, Lael is up next, and I still have Vanille and Aiko again, or Aiko. Some of you will probably want for me to pronounce Aiko. So I go for another energy gain and another good chase sequence. At least one of them is almost maxed out. That's all I'm really looking for. And in here, I'm like, okay, I can do some Brave Battery again with Vanille, which is great. And then I can do another chase sequence. Really great here. And you might have noticed I am running low on the chase, and I'm just like, okay, I better stop, but I really want this thing dead before it gets a turn. And ideally, you'd get to the point where you don't go over 25 turns on the first one. I think that's it, 25 turns. You really want like 20 or below. And then I killed it with the HP attack, or D protect, which is really great. Now Vanille is actually quite viable. I actually liked Vanille even way back. You know, with her D spell, it's just it took a while for us to get her here. So here I opt out for a smite, do a field burst again for Lael, and I just pretty much just, you know, I did the D protect, even though I think this boss is immune to the D protect stuff, like the defense down and attack down. I feel like he is, because it never goes through. So I haven't double checked, which actually I think my game is up at the moment. I can go ahead and check. Give me a minute. Okay. I do believe he is. Yes, he is immune to attack down, defense down, and speed down. So only force is there. I could have just used HP attack there, to be honest. I mean, in all honesty, I could have. But I did want to max out as much damage as I can. And again, with Aiko, just HP attack, because he's just going to buff himself. And this is the point where Vanille is really, really viable here. So you get rid of that. This spell, I mean, you can push it off with some debuffs as well, but he is immune to a lot of the debuffs. So chances are you're probably not going to put a lot of debuffs on this boss. In here, I just opted out for a smite because it's targeting Lael, and I'm like, oh, well, I can do another brave attack and just get some brave back. Honestly, all the characters that has a brave attack that can be a sort of brave battery is awesome in this fight. So even Kate Sith, like Kate Sith is really good. In here, I'm like, okay, I think I'll just HP attack here, and then with Aiko again, it's just a brave attack. I could have used smite there, but I felt like my Lael was already near the max and I would have wasted it. And so there you go, another brave battery. Wild charge is annoying as hell. It will push you back, way back. So try not to get broken with that one. Now again, with D protect is just like, I'm just using it as a brave battery at this point. Luckily, I initiated a chase sequence, got a good decent amount of damage there, and now I can just use brave attack, and then I can use brave attack again. So in here, I'm like, okay, it's buffed itself again, and it usually does that after 3 turns, really. And now I can dispel it again. And luckily, this spell does that HP attack at the end. I think you need at least 80% of your Brave for it to initiate the HP attack. I'm not too worried about HP damage since Eiko's ability is much better than it has been, especially with the HP regen. Before, she couldn't really do a lot like bulk healing. In this case, it's still not bulk healing, but it's still pretty decent. So here, I forgot that the Brave attack for Lael ran out, and so I had to use energy gain because I didn't really want to get hit by an HP attack again, because it can use, like, I think it's Stomp or something like that. Can't remember, but I didn't really want that to happen to me. So I had to use my second to last energy gain on it just to break it. And in this case, I'm like, okay, I need to kill this now. I am going 40 turns already, and it's not a good sign. So in here, went for an Stonera. I got annoyed there, really annoyed there, because Lael could have used an HP attack there and probably, you know, finish this off a lot quicker. And that it turns out that that didn't happen. So I had to waste a few more turns. And in here, I was like, please, no. I can't just use HP attack on Eiko. I had to use HP regen, maxed out my Brave, and kill it off. Honestly, in the perfect scenario, I didn't really have to use HP regen there, because I actually want to use HP regen when my third to last, I suppose, or yeah, with the second to last HP regen with the friend Lael. And that's because for this summon, I really wanted this Lael to have as much Brave as possible, but I couldn't do that. But you know, this wasn't a perfect run or anything like that, so that was unfortunate. In here, I was like, okay, I'll just use D Protect. Vanille is really good with multiple group of enemies, I suppose, because she will attack all of them, and you get a lot more Brave for her abilities. So in here, I was like, okay, I think I better summon. I did use Field Burst on my own Lael, so the support Lael will just keep using energy gain. Because honestly, my Lael is not max, so the support Lael is actually going to be a lot better than my own. So in this case, I opt out to use the Field Burst on my own Lael and then summon the support Lael later on. In a perfect scenario, I would have liked to swap out instantly. I mean, use my summon when I switch out to the support Lael with my own Lael, but that didn't happen. Had to make do with what I can, and so here we go. And you'll see a lot of chase sequence here, obviously with Pandemonium. It's gonna be awesome. Lots of damage. Basically, try to concentrate on the Lamia boss, because if you by accidentally kill like both the extras like Tifa and Vivi Mannequin, it will use Arise and fully revive one of the mannequins. So that would mean you would have to kill it again, which means more turns wasted. So you really want to kill the Lamia Queen, I think it is. So if you're planning to bring Ace in here for this particular wave, just make sure that you kill the Queen before and not accidentally kill two of the mannequins instead, because that's, yeah, not an ideal position. So in here, I was like, oh my, I killed it off already. That was quick. My support Lael still has 2 turns, enough to kill both of these mannequins, as you guys will see. Of course, I will do as much HP damage as I can, and another energy gain, basically to kill this off. Now, I didn't really need to use an HP attack, so I opt out for a brave attack, which means I can maximize the damage on the next launch of the energy gain and pretty much kill it off in 1 turn. That was really awesome. That couldn't have gotten any better. Enough time for the final boss, where you would probably be running out of steam by now. And I can understand that. Hey, in this case, you can just use a lot of your HP attacks on the first turn. This because the first turn is a freebie, because he's basically just gonna buff himself. So I opt out to do as much HP damage as I can at this point in time. And I have Vanille, so I can dispel it. I honestly, guys, I don't know how Ferris will fare well here. Since I don't have my Ferris maxed out, maybe some of you guys can give it a try and let me know in the comments down below. So opt out for a field burst there instead of an HP attack, because I really wanted that extra brave. In this case, dispel, really great. I didn't mind getting broken here. I'm just glad it didn't use like an HP attack or something ridiculous like that. And if you have magic attackers, this boss is like a glass cannon basically. So opt out for an HP attack, and in here I honestly wasn't expecting it to use Black Thunder. I thought it would use that wind burst ability, but then I recognized that I actually didn't break it. So if you don't break it, I think it will use this Black Thunder ability instead of the wind burst. So as much as possible, you may want to make sure that it is broken and do a bit of turn counting here. But in all honesty, that wasn't too bad. I thought I was, near death there, and I won't get enough of my HP back before I kill it. But luckily enough that I did. And for some reason it wanted to buff itself again. Well, that's fine with me. I can use some brave attacks here. And here we go again. So I still have 1 smite, which is really nice. And I thought about it, and I thought I'll it was gonna get its brave back. And I was really scared at this point, because I thought, when it recovers its brave, it'll probably use like a brave plus HP attack, but it just went for a Talon, which is really great for me. And again, I opted out to dispel it and just do a bunch of HP attacks at this point. And luckily I initiated a chase sequence, which was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. And that's the thing with Layla as well. I suppose it's kind of hard to keep in your head when you have done enough damage or attacked enough so you can initiate the chase sequence. Sometimes you end up initiating those chase sequence right at the end of your turns, so it's really bad. So here we go, and opt out for the windstorm here instead. The only thing about the windstorm is you do get an attack down and defense down. So I guess take your pick from HP damage or debuff. But in all honesty, you still will, if you're using a lot of magic characters, which I think you should, you'll be doing a lot more damage, and the attack down isn't, it's not gonna kill you. Anyway, I'm like on 70 turns, and usually I end up finishing this on about 85 to 100 turns, and I would get about 140 to 150, and I think the best one I got beforehand was 160. Can't remember on top of my head, but I opt out to be a little bit more safe here. I didn't really went for a lot of HP attacks yet, but in this case I'm like, okay, hopefully I have enough to actually kill this and thank God I did. Took 77 turns, but I did it. And I think that's all about you need about, I think in the low 80s and the high 70s you would get that 180,000 points. So my highest score beforehand was 152,000, and I got 206,000 with 77 turns with this setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful. As always, I like to hear from you guys what you think of this fight. I'm gonna be trying the EX pretty soon. I just wanted to get this video out as soon as I can, and hopefully it helped you guys. And if you guys managed to get a high score at about 180,000 with a different setup, please let me know down in the comments below. I like to give those a try as well. Once I finish with the EX and I get, I get all the rewards for that as well, I may try different party compositions on this one as well. Anyway guys, make sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter as well at Munchkins Gaming. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.